Live from Washington, D.C. It's good to see you there, Haiyan. What do you think people outside of China need to understand about the new leadership that's unfolding within the country in order to really get it, in order to really understand truly what's unfolding there?
I think that people outside of China really need to know that this leadership is really a collective leadership. As of now, we do not know whether it's a 7-member standing committee or a 9-member and who exactly these people are. But, one thing is for sure, it's going to be a collective leadership that major decisions, major reforms, whether it's economic reform, political reform decisions will come out from these 9-member or 7-member standing committee, and it is going to be reached by consensus. So from that sense that we will see some continuity of a lot of the major development concepts and philosophies. So I don't see any drastic changes of policies regardless of the political change of the who is who of the leadership.
Continuity, Haiyan. Are we going to see continuity in the economic reform program? That's really what the markets want to see.
I think that, if we look at some of the major concepts in terms of developing a harmonious society, in terms of following the outlook for scientific development, in terms of building a more prosperous, moderately rich society, closing the gaps, and a lot of these concepts have already been laid out, whether it's in a 10-year industrial development plans or 5 years development plans. So in that sense, a lot of these have already been laid out. The key question would be whether the new leadership will have the courage to push deeper some of the reforms that have been talked about, such as the banking sector reforms, such as the land right reform, such as some of the other factor reforms. And these are not new concepts per se, but it requires a lot of courage to push it deeper and moving it faster.
And do you think, Haiyan, that they have this courage? Are they going to push forward and actually deliver on what needs to be done?
Right now, it's very hard to say, and I have listened carefully to Hu Jintao's report. Of course, the report was announced by Hu Jintao. It really represents the joint leadership's thinking. I see both. I see, the recognition that the economy is unbalanced and that the economy needs reform. But I also see some old lines of saying that we need to continue to enhance the role of state-owned sectors. But overall, my personal opinion is that I am optimistic that the coming decade we will see more transformations, more structural reforms in China's economy, because it has come to that juncture, comes to that critical stage that without reform, that maintaining or achieving some of the long-term goals will be very difficult.
Okay, so for business owners and managers who want to tap into China and perhaps bring their businesses there, which parts of the economy do you think are going to offer the best opportunities for them?
I think that in the coming decade, the best sectors would be, for example, the service sectors. For example, those businesses that will be in the pillar industries, such as the environmental protection, such as the new energy, such as the hybrid cars, such as the service sectors, financial sectors. And I think that these would be sectors that perhaps will grow faster than the GDP growth. And the agribusiness is also going to be a fast-growing sector. And what might be growing slower are those businesses that are tied very strictly to the booming of infrastructure.
Okay, good information there, Haiyan. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Haiyan Wang of the China-India